the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to shine, lies a town too scared to whisper, crossing over fate's fine line. Dust devils dance on broken streets, wind sings the chapel sins. Every step on this cursed land, a sorrowful waltz begins. By beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land they waltz, in their endless spectral trance. There once was love neath these ochre skies, now just shadows remain. Promises made by lying lips brought nothing but pain. A train's lone whistle mourns the dead, past dreams that can't be saved. Among the ashes of the church lie secrets dark and grave. Ah, beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land they waltz, in the endless spectral trance. Oh, the tales this dusk could tell, if only dusk could speak, of the gunshots in the night, the strong preying on the weak. My heart once full of vengeance, now just echoes with regret, dancing with the ghosts of those I'm trying to forget. High beneath the ghostly moonlight, I waltz alone, my fate resigned, stepping through my past mistakes, leaving hope and fear behind. The stars now watch in silence as I embrace this cursed dance, in the land that haunts my dreams, where I had my last chance. In this cursed land I waltz, with my ghosts, my love, my stance.
Town of Shadow Hollow under a blood-red sky, the wind cries through the chapel where forgotten secrets lie. Dust devils spin the tales of a love that met its pyre, silent as a whiskey that fuels the church whispers in the church fire, crackling with the sins of lovers crossed by fate's cruel hand, where madness begins. Burning embers tell of hearts entwined in blackened wire, echoes of the damned in the flames of the church fire. Lonely is the night when the ghost train wails its sorrow, haunting the forsaken where no hope shines on the morrow. She wore lace that glimmered under the moon's cold iron, betrayed by a silver tongue, her truth swallowed by fire. Listen to the whispers in the church fire, mournful and grim, stories of a preacher man whose light grew dreadfully dim. The ash settles like snow on the cursed land's funeral pyre, silhouettes dance caught in the wrath of the church fire. I see her face once more, her beauty a specter on heaven's forsaken shore. With each crackle her voice calls for retribution dire. In the heart of the blaze I confront my heart's liar. There's peace in the whispers of the church fire, fading away as the dawn breaks over bones in the cool light of day. What's gone is gone, with the smoke rising higher, and I leave behind the shadows and the last of the church fire. This song weaves through the haunting echoes of love lost and the chilling pursuit of revenge, all set against a backdrop of a cursed town consumed by fire and shadow.
Out where the horizon bleeds rusty red, in a ghost town where even shadows dread, the wind whispers tales, old and spun, of a heart betrayed by a loaded gun. Beneath the sun's merciless rain, only whiskey soothes the pain. Ashes of the desert wind swirling around my sins, where every trail of dust buries trust. Ghosts ride the storm tonight by the lone church light, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. Once loved a girl with eyes so wild, promises made in the heat beguiled. Under the steeple we swore forever, but her heart was a roving river. Found her lies with the setting sun, by the tracks where the slow trains run. Ashes of the desert wind stirring the fears within, every gust of scorn cry under the vast unyielding sky. Lost love's a phantom pain in the silence of the rain, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. Face haunting the corners of this forsaken place. With each sip the past grows clear, echoes of what I held dear. Tonight the desert's gonna know my name, as I light the sky with her memories flame. flame. Ashes of the desert wind now cleanse my battered skin. With fire in my soul, I claim control. This cursed land takes its toll, but I paid my role. Let revenge lie low, where the lost and lonely go. So if you find yourself passing through where the wind howls secrets old and true, remember the tales of dust and bone, where love and betrayal craft their throne. And listen close to the desert sand, for the wispy soothes the pain on the wind in.
In the valley where the wind moans through dead pines, I found a church with its cross laying bent and burned. The moon cast shadows over blood-stained lines, where once love was vowed, only whispers now return. Dust devils dance where dreams once stood, whiskey bottle in my hand, feeling nothing good. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. Town sleeps under the starlit grief. Railroad quiet before my heavy steps alone. She left with the night like a thief, in the place where her love was all I'd ever known. Forgotten graves whisper of old betrayals, echo in the train's long gone sad ways. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. What I can't erase, the bullet's cold in my pocket, heavy with disgrace. Blood on the ashes, now it's me who must decide between the love I lost and the dark where I reside. This cursed land holds my soul ever tight, gonna ride till morning or till I find my fire. Blood on the ashes, in the dawn I'll find my way, or fall to silence where the lost spirits sway. There's a road that cuts through the heart of the desert, lined with the bones of the stories untold. Whiskey bottles and dust, storm devils, echoes of train whistles, haunting and cold. A church on the hillside is burning in silence, ghost town secrets where the cursed lands unfold. Lonely road and smoke where my demons provoke. The shadows cast long by the sins I revoke. This outlaw's heart beating under the moon's crow on that lonely road, wrapped in whispers and smoke. Was a lover who lied beneath the dead oak. Her promises as empty as a forgotten grave. In her eyes a tempest, in her words the choke of a tale so twisted it's told by the brave. Left me for dead in a land that God never spoke. Now a ghost in the mirror of the choices I gave. Lonely road and smoke where my past comes to poke. Beneath stars that watch like they know of my yoke. This cursed path I tread, where my name is a joke, on that lonely road, lost in ashes and smoke. Silence I realize this vengeance I nurse is a path laid out by the turn of a curse. My heart's branded deep with the black of her hearse, but tonight at the crossroads I'll settle this verse. Lonely road and smoke, let the spirits evoke the end of my journey in fire and oak. This outlaw's tale where the heart finally broke on that lonely road. I embrace the smoke. Ghost town, under cursed moon's glare, stands the old wooden barn at the edge of despair. The whiskey bottles lay shattered where secrets don't die, and the echoes of train whistles sing out a lonesome cry. Dust storms rise with a vengeance from the silent desert floor, as shadows dance in the flames of the barn's fiery door. Dancing with a burning barn, spinning in its fiery walls, twisting round the cinders, holding tight to what was lost. Every flicker tells a tale of a love that turned to scorn. Haunted hearts keep dancing on the night the barn burned warm. She swore love by the river, beneath the willow's shade, but her promises were empty, just like the bed we made. Found her whispering in moonlight in a stranger's coat of arms. By dawn I watched my bitter tears feed the flames upon my farm. Burning church on the hill, its bell told her deceit. Forgotten graves stirred, their silence incomplete. Dancing with a burning barn, whirling in its scalding embrace. Each ember a memory, each shadow her face. Every spark a whisper of nights when love was sworn. Cursed hearts keep dancing on the night the barn burned warm. ash-laden whispers the desert winds confess. In every crackling timber I hear sweet redress. Ghostly waltz in the firelight, the past refuses to die, dancing with the specters neath the black starless sky. Dancing with a burning barn, scorched earth under my feet, moving through the memories that refuse to retreat. Every fire dies down, but this ghost will always mourn, a heart forever dancing where that old barn burned warm. In a town where the shadows talk and the streets they mourn in dust, a whiskey bottle lies uncorked beside a badge now caked with rust. Old train whistles cut the silence, haunt the bones of wooden frames. A burning church's last defiance as I recall those cursed names. Blood on the ghost town under a crimson sky, lost souls whispering as the vultures fly. This land remembers, oh, it never lies. Blood on the ghost town where my heartache lies. The wind carries tales of you, of a love that once burned so true, turned to betrayal under harvest moons. Your laughter now a ghostly tune. I found you cold in the desert's embrace, forgotten grave, no stone nor trace, only the echoes of your grace, driven to madness in this godforsaken place. Blood on the ghost town under a weeping sky, silent deserts hold the secrets of your lie. This earth keeps score of the tears I cried. Blood on the ghost town where my old love died. At the edge of a broken road, I stood where the night was split. Your shadow in the moonlight showed a fleeting ghost I'll never forget. Revenge, a bitter path I tread, but justice finds its own in the end. With each step towards you I'm led, in the town that sin couldn't mend. Blood on the ghost town under a starless sky. Each step in the sand, a part of me dies, but I'll lay you down where the old crow flies. Blood on the ghost town, and a gunslinger's goodbye. Where the sun bleeds crimson on the land, dust whips the face of a forsaken band. Whiskey bottles lay by the roadside bare, echoes of a train cut the chilly air. On this lonely
voice of a ghost town's hate. Once loved a beauty, eyes like stormy skies. Her promises as hollow as her midnight lies. Found my heart buried in forgotten graves. Now I'm just a shadow in the canyon caves. Down this endless road, under starlit fire, smoke curls around that burning church spire. The night air carries the weight of lost debates, haunting the silence of my ghost town's gates. In the silent desert, the truth comes clear. Her betrayal's the venom I still taste, bitter and severe. Face to face with my past, the showdown begins. In the flicker of moonlight, is that freedom or sins? Tracks in pain on this haunted trail, only echoes remain. Down where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves, and the wind whispers tales of the depraved. Ghost town shadows, they dance in the dust. Silent desert guards the secrets of the unjust. On the devil's lonely road, he rides alone, past burning churches where no light is shone. Beneath the cruel moon, he seeks what he's owed. Every turn, every cross, on the devil's lonely road. He once loved a maiden, fair and wild, betrayed by a friend, deceit tender as a child. Revenge burns like the desert sun overhead. Dreams of vengeance fill the nights in his bed. On the devil's lonely road, he rides with a frown, chasing echoes of a life in a tumble downtown, seeking justice in lands where the lost souls go. Every mark, every scar, on the devil's lonely road. In the cool night air,
devil's lonely road. He finds his peace, letting go of the love, letting the torment cease. In the silence of the desert, a story foretold of a man and his sins on the devil's lonely road.
Underneath its boughs, I sing this hymn for the souls of the lost, the betrayed, the gone. In the heart of the night, their spirits drawn. Tale of a lover with eyes like stormy skies, her promises as hollow as her alibis. In the light of a burning church, I found my dread, her whisper in the wind, better off dead. Starlit badge that led me astray to the land where the shadows swallow the day, where the hanging tree waits, its branches sway, calling out the tune of the stray, for justice, for vengeance, beneath the moon's glance. In its eerie silence, the dead they dance. By the light of a dust storm, I face my foe. In the silence of the desert, the truths I now know. The bullet was swift, a flash in the night by the hanging tree, ending the fight. Where the hanging tree waits, with nooses old and frayed, I laid down my gun beneath its shade. For in the wild desert, under vast starlit sky, rest the tales of the old, where my heart lies.
In the quiet town of Calamity's wake, under the shadow of a blood-red moon, stood the gunslinger, his life at stake, in the dust where the sinners met their doom. A whiskey bottle lay empty by a crooked cross, haunted whispers round the church now lost. Gunslinger, ride through the smoke and the sorrows, chasing the ghost of your love stolen and betrayed. Under the stars where there's no tomorrow, seeking vengeance where a debt of blood's unpaid. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes, in a town too parched for righteous men. Her laughter mingled with the train's distant cries, till the night when darkness claimed her kin. Trust turned traitor later to the noose, left a gunslinger with nothing left to lose. Dead river split, he met the traitor face to ghostly face, words unspoken, cold steel spit. A thunder crack split the silent forsaken place. Two shots fired in the desert's heart, one man standing, one torn apart. Forgotten graves where wild winds blow, rests a gunslinger and the fires that grow. In a ghost town swallowed by the sand, the steeple bells no longer ring for the damn. Whiskey bottles lay broken, a story untold neath the cursed skies, black and cold. Ashes of memories laced from her gown haunt the alleys of this forsaken town. Oh, the curse of ashes and lace, where love's a ghost lost without trace. Under the moon's mournful embrace, we dance with doom in this desolate place. Betrayed by a kiss in this cursed space. A train whistle cries over lands that God left, echoes of footsteps, theft after theft. A burning church, its embers still weep for souls buried shallow in secrets they keep. Oh, the curse
dust storms rage, I see her eyes flickering like stars in stormy skies. With every gust, her whispers pierce the night. Revenge or love, son, what's your fight? A gun in my hand, cold as her grave. Silent decisions of the brass and the brave. So here's to the curse of ashes and lace, to the love that died but can't be erased. In the silent desert I make my stand, a haunted outlaw in a cursed land. Oh, the curse of ashes and lace, in every shadow I see your face. Under the moon's eternal chase, I am the ghost that time can't replace.
In the shadow of the black sun, where the cold winds moan, lies a town forgotten, with streets overgrown. Whiskey bottles clink in the hands of ghostly brides, while the church bell's silent, no savior inside. Dust devils dance on graves without names. Under that cursed sky, everything's changed. Ashes of the black sun, falling like sin, cover my heart where love once had been. Gone with the wind, through the silence they run, everything burned up by the black sun. Once had a lover with eyes like stormy skies. In a chapel of dreams, we swore no goodbyes. But the betrayal came on a hot whispering breeze, left me with nothing but a memory to seize. In the night train whistles cry like old ghosts, haunting the crossroads of what I miss most. Ashes of the black sun, cover my trail. Lost loves and old wounds, a sorrowful tale. Gone with the dust where the dead rivers run, nothing remains but the black sun. But the black sun. town's early light, where the whiskey whispers secrets and the stars fear to tread. She stands by the doorway, shadow and white, with vows made of venom and roses once red. And dust devils dance where the chapel once stood, and the train's lonesome whistle moans her grief to the cold. In the silvery gleam of that cursed silent wood lies the story of a love bought, betrayed, and resolved. Oh, widow's heart, keep your ghostly vows, sworn over graves where the lost lovers lay. By the burnt church's bell, she's calling him now to the town that the maps and the good folks betray. Underneath that dead oak where they swore to be true lies a ring and a bullet, a story untold. He promised her stars but gave the night's cruel hue. Her bed now a ledger of debts, cold as gold. Her groom found in darkness, his whispers like rust. In a barroom's cruel laughter, her fate turned to dust. Through a curtain of tears she watched love turn to lust. Now the prairie winds howl for the just, does she trust? Oh, widow's heart, curse your bitter vow, bound by the shadows where old lovers stray. By the burned church's silence, she's haunting him now, in a ghost town where hope and the damned souls wait. Under the weeping moon, she finds her old flame with a gun and a Bible. Her tears turn to wrath. In the silence between them, she whispers his name, a vow made in darkness, a straight, vengeful path. A shot in the desert, a fall in the dust, an echo that carries through bones and through rust. The widow's lone vow takes its toll as it must. Love's ledger now settled, she turns from the past. Oh, widow's heart, rest your weary vow. Leave the cursed lands where the cold spirits play. By the burnt church's shadow, peace finds her somehow, in a silent desert where old debts are paid.
Out in the hollows where the dead trees bend, whiskey bottles lay with the tails they end. The moon throws shadows over cursed land, ghost town echoes of a noose's stand. Footsteps whisper through the silent dust, each one haunted by a broken trust. I'm dancing with my last ride under cold starlight, spurs and silence in a slow graveyard glide. She's a memory that the whiskey can't hide, dancing with my last bride on this long last night. Once loved a woman with fire in her eyes, found her whispering with my demise. Trust traded for gold, love sold for a price. Betrayal's kiss felt colder than ice. In the quiet of a church, flames rose so high, left nothing but ash and a lonesome goodbye. Dancing with my last ride beneath a blood-red sky, with the ghosts of my past and the reasons why. She's just a phantom that my heart can't deny. Dancing with my last ride, and I can no longer cry.
my deepest fall. Faced her specter in the dust. Storm's wild swirl saw the truth unfurl. The relentless twirl. Now I'm dancing with my last ride, where the lost souls hide forgiveness and vengeance. Side by side, this stands my final stand. With fate's harsh guide in the desert sands, I abide, I abide. This journey through shadows and dust, set to the tune of a lone guitar, draws its last breath as the story fades into the vast, haunted expanse of the West.
Heart of a ghost town where the shadows play. Dust swirl like spirits over the decay. An old church bell rings, but there's no one to hear. Just whispers of love that turn to fear. Whiskey bottle eyes broken, a testament to the past. In the silence of the desert, only the cursed outlast. Shadows and smoke under a blood-red sky, ghosts of what's gone in the blink of an eye. Whisper your secrets, but keep your sins close in the land of the lost. It's the shadows and smoke. There's a tale of a lover turned cold and betrayed by a kiss that was promised, then cruelly delayed. Her eyes like the night, her heart once aflame. Now nothing but ashes, just a whisper of her name. Under the lantern light, with the train whistles moan, she vanished into the night, into the unknown. Shadows and smoke where the old memories choke. Lost love's a dagger and revenge is a cloak. Speak now a heartache and the promises broke, haunting the silent. It's shadows and smoke. In the flicker of the fire against a canyon wall, he faces his reflection, the greatest liar of them all. Forgotten graves are calling as the storm begins to rise. Tonight he'll end his running or meet his demise. Shadows and smoke, this is the outlaw's yoke, bound by the night where the true word spoke. From dust to dust, in these lands we're just folk, living and dying in shadows and smoke. In the echo of his footsteps, the desert holds its breath. Shadows and smoke, he'll dance his dance with death.
whispered in the shadows. Down in the hollow where the cold winds moan, dust devils dance and the tumbleweeds roam. There's a town, just a shadow burn under the sun, where whiskey whispers and the slow rivers run. Old chapel bells ring out the past, echoes of souls in the night they have met. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, playing their game. Revenge is a traveler on a road with no end. Lost love and betrayal around every bend. I once loved a girl as fierce as the storm, but she left with a stranger at the break of dawn. Under a blood moon by the old sycamore tree, we swore our love, but it wasn't to be. The preacher man said, son, save your soul, but I'm lost in this desert, cursed and cold. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, sharpening their aim. Revenge is a traveler, chasing the winds. Lost love and betrayal, my cardinal sins. In the silent desert I face my fears. The voices get louder with each passing year. A reckoning's coming like a train's lonesome whistle in the heart of the night, like the strike of a thistle. Whispers in the shadows, I can hear the call. Frozen in time, in this spectral thrall. This land of the lost, where I make my stand. Holding on to ghosts in this cursed wasteland.
In the shadow of the moon, on the edge of the dust, lies the haunted prairie, whispering secrets to the rust. Train whistle moans through the silence of the ghost, by the burned out church where the spirits boast.
All beneath the haunted prairie lies a tale so worn, of a love turned bitter and a heart that's torn. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, telling tales of cowboys damned and brave. Once I loved a girl with wildfire in her eyes, in a cursed town with sunsets bloodied by lies. Betrayed by a kiss, I watched my world collapse, left me wandering this desert, waiting for perhaps. Beneath the haunted prairie, under that lonely sky, echoes of our laughter, shadows of our goodbye. Dust storms roll over memories so grave, sins of the past no man can save. Now beneath the haunted prairie I lay my love to rest. The desert knows my secrets, keeps them close at its breast. Forgiveness or damnation, let the spirits decide. On the haunted prairie, a lone gunslinger's ride. So if you wander far, where the wild coyotes cry, listen close, you'll hear the prairie sigh of broken dreams beneath the starry dome, beneath the haunted prairie where lost souls roam.
In the shadow of the gallows, where the cold wind moans, lies a tale of a man, buried bones beneath stones, whiskey bottle in his hand, and a heart turned to rust, haunted by the memories in the desert dust. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old, where the sun bleeds red on the cursed land, echoes of a gun held in a trembling hand. He rode through silent towns with a ghost by his side, chasing whispers of a love that long ago died. In the churchyard at midnight, where the dead trees weep, he swore an oath over her grave, a promise he'd keep. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old. Through dust storms and sorrow past the devil's gate, he rides seeking vengeance fueled by love and hate. Under the pale moonlight he faced the traitor's eyes, a brother in blood, now an enemy in disguise. Two shots rang out like a train whistle's cry. One man stood, one man laid, ready to die. Beneath the dusty boots, a tale of revenge unfolds in the heart of the desert, where the night is cold. A gunfighter's legacy carved in the sand, leaving nothing but footprints and a shaking hand. So if you wander through this ghostly land, beware the story of the boots you may unwillingly share. Each step uncovers what many have found, a life of shadows beneath the ground. In the shadow of the broken steeples cross, where the wind whispers through the pine's soft sigh, there lies a town lost beneath time's cruel gloss, engulfed by sands under cursed sky. A preacher lived with a secret so dark, whiskey bottle whispered it to the night. By the light of a lone
flickering spark in a world devoid of righteous light. Oh, the silence of the desert holds his tale, haunted by a love that could not prevail. Ghost trains cry beneath the moon's pale veil, lament for the preacher's secret, a wretched wail. On Sunday, loving graces gleams, while his heart hid a picture worn and frayed. In the vestige of his broken dreams lies the love he betrayed and the price he paid. A dusty Bible, a revolver cold, her locket buried in an unmarked grave. His whispered prayers, they never grew old, for a soul too far gone to ever save. The silence of the desert knows his shame, burning like the old church he set aflame. Ghost towns keep secrets, never speak her name, lament for the preacher's secret. Stormy skies, he begged for forgiveness as part of him died. So listen to the wind, hear the desert's breath, echoing a tale of love, betrayal and death. The preacher's secret walks a spectral wraith in silent deserts of sorrow. He finds no rest, lament for the preacher's secret, and whispers confessed.